Gamers, we're back with the Bazaar. And am I freaking out? Am I way off base, or have we been on a pretty good run lately? I think we've been on a pretty good run lately. What's been doing it for me? I can't remember, okay? I seem to recall lots of charge items. I seem to recall lots of haste. Anything in that, though? I seem to recall pretty good enchanted items to start with. Heavy Lighter's kind of insane. Radiant is there a rule you have to have like one radiant item in every single enchanted item start? Either way, I think lighter is a great early choice. This is always tempting, this is always good, but imagine if we get Zora Acid out of this. Mantis Shrimp doesn't strike me as that bad, because I mean we have a great synergy here between the lighter and the Mantis, but obviously Zora Acid with the burn is something we're looking for. And I love fighting the lighter, man. Or whatever, what's his name? Pyro? Because you literally just, you don't really care what you get. It's like the opposite of Forrest Gump. You know what you're gonna get, and you know you're gonna like it. And I think that's what it's all about in a game like this. I love fighting an NPC where no matter what, you're like, this is gonna be a pretty solid outcome. I think maybe Bronze Cinders is the worst. That's fine, man. That's fine. Now, it would be nice to get you a little higher. But you know what? You have burn synergy here. Or haste. Haste. Makes you barricade. How could you? Icicle is, like, playable. Now, okay. Slow one item for 2 seconds every 3 seconds. Kind of crazy. I am gonna sell you. I'm not gonna worry about the 1% cooldown reduction. I am gonna take one regen, though. This is like it's a heavy choice early. You might also say, NL, why didn't you buff your Mantis Shrimp? With God as my witness, I have no idea if we're going to be using the Mantis Shrimp for any reasonable length of time. It may be a pivotal part of the board, it may be completely irrelevant, but this is how we're rocking it for now. Medium items, we just don't have the capital for that. I'm going to take a neutral item that's going to be Cinders. Your weapons gain 3 damage. It's not so bad. You might say, why'd you take the Fang? Well, it has a slow associated with it. I don't necessarily think it's going to be all that, but it does buff Mantis Shrimp a little bit more, which I'm pretty sure is like our kill condition. We're going to be heavily poisoned and killed. I feel very confident in that. 13 poison early is rough. What is it? Turbo Venom. Crazy. Wait a sec, wait, just a little Mantis Shrimp support would go a long way. Okay. I still think we got a really good thing going here. They have a nice build. I can't be upset about their build. They're building up like a Godspeed You Black Emperor song. It's like slow at first and then all at once. Abandoned chest for a skill, please. Although, to be honest, Volcanic Vents would also be a really nice pickup. Rightmost item is 2 burn. I'm gonna take it, even though I think handedness is probably like just better early, and maybe forever. But Pearl doesn't really fit what we're trying to do. Shark Claws, I almost feel like you take it just because it's good enough. Like if you end up having to pivot, which is plausible, you're happy to do so. Just trying to think. I'd be really surprised if we couldn't beat Rogue Scrapper. Rogue Scrapper can be kind of annoying, don't get me wrong. The skill would be kind of sick. Get that earlier slow out there. I'm really relying on... Actually, to be honest, Shark Claws plus Stinger might be enough to just keep us, you know, over the top here. We still need to focus on getting as much burn as possible, because I think we're just, like, slightly shy of compounding burn. It's hard to tell. Or maybe it's not because the number's above 0, so maybe it is compounding. I'd like your skill, please. I'd like your skill. I'd like your barbed wire, please. I don't think I can afford the Curio Gambit again, man. What do you get better scaling? When you slow, this gets plus 15 damage and plus 2 burn. I'll be the first to tell you, I kind of think I'm overcommitting to this burn synergy when I probably should just be running Shark Claws again and again and again and again and again. But I find it interesting. I mostly, like, I know you hate hearing it, but I play the game to have fun. Sometimes it's been a while since you've won. Winning is fun. We've been on a bit of a heater lately. I feel like I'm okay, not even experimenting, but like leaning into an archetype maybe earlier than would otherwise be advisable. And I gotta be honest with you, it's a tough day to be a pig, man, just in general. Seems like it's not nice to be a pig out there these days. It's gonna be a little tight. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I'm really glad that I got Stinger, though, which is something I never thought I would say. Slow one item for 2 seconds. We actually should go to Curio every time. You're probably saying obviously, but go to Curio every time to try to stack up as much slow on our lighter as possible. Because if we could get it to the point where, like, it's slowing an item for, like, 7 seconds, I think we'd be pretty happy. Let's transform our harpoon into volcanic vents. I think it was worth a shot. Let's buy volcanic vents. To be honest, you're definitely leaving. It's hard to not take dock lines. So what we're gonna do is take dock lines and then probably wanted poster as well. We're starting to get to the point where just getting... You have cinders. I think I gotta give you a try, even though it'd be nice to get more XP. Maybe we should XP max. I don't even know if we could take you. You have force field? I think we could take you. Plus the haste skill is like so valuable, but if we can get to the point where like the mantis shrimp is doing so much damage because of all the slows that we're applying that it could be the kill shot, I mean that's something I've never really... On paper it kind of looked like that's how this item was going to work, but I've never gotten it to that point before. 27 burn. Day 3 is pretty serious, but it relies on our enemies never hitting us at all, which is probably not sustainable. Skill? Loot's kind of breaking my you-know-whats lately. You've got volcanic vents, obviously. I mean, you've got haste. I don't think we care about the haste that much. You got volcanic vents in there. Oh, you got some very, very good stuff in there. When you slow charge this 2 seconds is crazy. And, I mean, I want to buy both. That requires 12. I'll sell what I need to sell to get there. I hate to dump you. If I dump you, do I still... Yeah, because we get 4 out of that. We still have to sell you. We need to generate 6. If we need to generate 6... We need the space, too, though. So I think it's like... I think you clean house. I hate to leave wanted poster, but... And I honestly think you just sell it, and the reason you sell it is because you want to run both on the board.
And I'll trot it to your door.
Now the question is, what's better? Burn on the multicaster, burn on the faster cooldown. Seems to apply better on the multicaster. Now if we can get heavy, I mean this is like a lighthouse build, hold the lighthouse, but I'm not upset. I'm not upset. That being said, we do lack any form of sustain at all, including regen. No bronzes, so a great opportunity for a bronze skill instead. That's a roll. 4% crit chance might not even be too bad, but 1 extra burn, I mean, it's more exciting at least. Okay, a 2-win dually. I would be pessimistic still, but it depends, you know, if they're not that wide, they're pretty wide. I was going to say maybe we could slow them down enough to make a difference. They also have a charge item. Charge is really tough for us to mitigate just with slows, I think, but yeah, this should be pretty bad. But also, like, this is... I'm not saying Vanessa's in a bad spot, but like Turbo Drill Dually, you just sort of... You just go, okay, whatever. Sometimes you just get buzzsawed. It happens, man. I would like bronze tier neutrals. It's a bit of a risk, don't get me wrong. We can't really afford the reroll. When you slow deal some damage is kind of interesting, at the very least. And maybe, like, I don't really care for my weapons to deal more damage. I'll take one crit chance, and then I guess I will take more damage. I don't think the proboscis is like a must-have with the current setup, but it could get there one day. Especially if it gets sharpening stones or something. I mean, at least it's doing 17 damage. That's not nothing. I think this is, as of right now, there's a very real chance. You're pretty tough, man. I'll fight you for a useful tool. You have a hasting tool, right? You have a slowing tool? You have a haste potion. You multi-tool would be kind of swell for where we're at in the game, to be honest with you. See, like, if the enemy doesn't fight back, we actually stand a really good chance to kill them. That's not multi-tool. Does sell nicely, though. 8 seconds? It took you 8 seconds to tick me off? I need Zora Acid. I mean, you're pretty good too, man. You're a friend. You're a friend. Okay, I mean, you're like a super slower. The only thing is I gotta be able to get you to actually get off. I need Zora Acid, which is a weapon. But that would really take us to the next level. 30 extra damage. I think I gotta take the 30 extra damage. I don't even think I'm acting like that's something that I should be embarrassed by, but I think that's pretty good. In the early game, without any form of defense, we are in trouble because burn is like I mean, I don't want to make a joke, but it is like a slow burn. 3 regen. I don't like seeing 12 burn multicast, but I guess we got 10 burn multicast. They do have 13 regen though. That stings a little bit. Never mind, we melted them, dude. That was like the end of Terminator 2, and they were Arnold. Spoilers. Well, you can't piece it together. You're gonna be like, oh, what? He got lit on fire? You don't know anything. You don't know anything about Terminator 2. Not as much as you think you do. We've got a couple mediums that wouldn't be horrendous here to upgrade.
I want what's right for you.
Cannon's not good enough, I think. You're the stud, man. At the very least, I don't know that you have to put that out there right away. But you gotta... A Zora Acid? Fishing rod that gives us Zora Acid tomorrow. You gotta keep it in the bag for future purposes. And now I think our run is good enough. We have like that vote of confidence that we can XP max a little bit. And truth be told, XP is always good. Petrifying Gaze is the stud here, but 2% damage reduction, or cooldown reduction, or transform a toxic item into a different toxic medium. Maybe it becomes a toxic volcanic vents. You upgrade it, now you got toxic gold volcanic vents. If you get that right, tell me the lottery numbers.
Men, blades to the wind.
Like silver tier loot. Cinders. Cool down. Cooldown's frustrating for me because it requires me to know what the good items are on my build. I do think you could go to be replaced with Elemental Depth Charge, which is going to get 6 burns. I mean, it's just a really, really good item. Oh, you get the damage too. It's not super consequential, but oh, it's multicast for each aquatic. Still pretty good. If I may, though, as insane as this seems, I think I want to reduce the cooldown of dock lines. I also want Zora Acid, please. Should probably go to an aquatic shop. Small shop is like low percentage chance. Yeti Crab is, I think it's worth holding in the bag. Works well with works really well with Elemental Depth Charge.
I see buried treasure.
Okay, just thinking about it. What do you do again when you freeze your weapons gain 4 damage? I mean, we would freeze a lot.
Trash is trash.
Don't get me wrong. You're gone. Is anything else gone? It's really hard to justify then, man. I think I gotta leave this. The curios have been perhaps not super well thought out by yours truly.
I've seen my share of storms.
So the struggle here, I think, is elemental depth charge. Oh, what's your board, man? Am I gonna lose to this board? The powder keg's gonna go off and go like crazy. The arbalist, there is haste involved. Hang on, we might be in a lot of trouble here. It would really please me if you could freeze that arbalist with before it shoots, man. Elemental depth charge, go, go, go. Okay.
I've got another salvo with me.
We weren't even in that much trouble. Like, we still had like 10 seconds left before things really got scary. I think we're in that classic like mid-game Bazaar setup though, where we're like, we have 2 different runs and like they're kind of in the bag. You know what I mean? Like we got 1.5 runs tried to mix together. We've got like a slow fire build, and we also have like a elemental depth charge Yeti crab build. Both of which can work. By the way, because you're 1 in a million. You got that a shotgun shine. You were born under a bad sign with a blue moon in your eyes, man. The thing, I just have too many slowing items. I'm almost wondering now if you jettison these, even though they're great items, and then try to run like a full slow, like what would that look like? Okay, I'll tell you. It would look like you cut this, you certainly leave heavy lighter, you cut that, and you cut this. And instead, you rock something like this and the lighthouse. I'm gonna just, and I don't know if that's the right play, but what I will say is that I think it's a,
use that for the good of...
it forces our hand, and I think that could be fun in and of itself. Now you're very interesting as well. I think that this is a dynamic way to play the game. I'm interested. I'm excited. I'm tuned in. We're weaponless. We're fighting the loan shark, and the loan shark should be a pretty good test of whether or not this could work. Crashing waves would be pretty good. ATM would be fine. It only takes until like the first few times that things go off for this to really start to hit, I think. I recognize our burn is going to be slower at first, but then it's all going to happen all at once, I think. Okay, actually, that was really scary. I think it's possible that this is not the way we actually want this to be set up, and I'm glad I didn't sell all of my items at the very least. We know, well, do you get, there's no way you're going to get a 3-second charge. So, let's get dock lines going. It generates an extra slow. I don't know, man. I'm kind of committed. And by committed, I mean I don't want to change our setup. We could probably, like I know what you're saying. These generate 5 slows every 8 seconds. In 8 seconds, you're generating a lot of slows as well. You generate 3 slows in 4.5 seconds. The thing is, we could put out another burner instead and just stack burn faster and slow slower. Every slow is worth... a slow is worth 5.4 plus 3. Every slow is worth 8 burn. Cutting these, we could have you generate... I think you would generate 10... Well, let's ignore because you lose... Well, you get 4 plus... I don't know, man! I do think that at the very least this moves a little bit faster. And what do we want? We want maybe a tool? I don't know if that works in the bag. It does not appear to work in the bag, so you're out of here. Pig with 3 wins on level 7. Very similar position to us.
You insist.
It'd be nice to get to 4 just to feel like, you know, we got it under control. We're stable. Bees are really tough, though. Bees are going to destroy us, man. Have you seen how much damage these bees do? I mean, this is not even relevant. It's over. I don't know what you're supposed to do about that. That is, I would go ahead and say it's probably one of the strongest, like, day 5 builds I've ever seen in the current patch. You can't really glean that much from that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Give me XP. Everything... We don't really want weapons. Everything would become a lot easier for us if we got to level 10 and could get a slow enchantment on you. First time you freeze, haste. When you use an item, you gain 3% crit chance. Your items start with less crit chance. I mean, first off, you're done. Secondly, we got another mantis shrimp. I still don't think that's what we're looking for, but I think this is a reroll, even though our items, you know, I guess we could go to minus 100 crit chance, so yeah, we really don't want to do that. First 5 times you use an aquatic haste a weapon? A weapon? I thought it was an item, man. I don't have any weapons right now. The only weapon, well, I guess I have the mantis shrimps, but I was thinking about, like, my proboscis doesn't even quote-unquote get used, so. We're gonna stack up way more burn than our opponent. The problem is he comes back to life. But, hang on, I think we got him. He's only, like, less than 10 seconds away from death. Now, if that anchor hits us, we're gonna be right there with him. We get there. And then it's simple, man. I mean, even Flame Dancer's not that bad, but Fiery Rebirth is the whole reason we did the fight to begin with. Grappling hook? What is it, like a 18-second cooldown? Get out of here. Lots of skill upgrades, man. Sure, 1 extra burn. I hate to be this guy, but it does add up, you know?
Life is urgent. Hurry up.
That's a given. Costs 4 to reroll. No shot. Alright, now I think this fight will be a better test, unless they also just have bees, in which case we're in a really rough spot. Are we lethal? Not quite! 4... wait, is that a 4 or a 5 win Mac on level 9, just like us? I'm worried that we're in one of those positions where, like, we have an awesome run. It's just awesome at doing its engine. It's not actually awesome at killing the opposition. You know? Like, it's... Every once in a while, you'd have the same thing in Magic, you know? You'd have, like, an amazing Magic deck where you have, like, 100 triggers that go off a turn, and then the other dude would just play, like, a lightning bolt and kill you. And you're forced to acknowledge that makes him a superior player. Lethargy, interesting. Great time to have charge items, at least. Okay, so we get to 4. We're not leaving empty-handed. Speaking of which, neither is my toilet, because I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And after that disgusting segue, we're back. Smalls and mediums? You could persuade me, man. I do think it kind of sucks to spend 4 on one of these if we're never intending to rock it. On the other hand, there's 4 in the bag right there. We gotta make moves, man. It's day 8. You gotta make moves. We're 4 and 3. Those aren't the kind of... I mean, that's an expensive reroll to get nothing out of it, but... That's life, man. Do we have any kind of transformations we might be interested in? I would say that's too risky. It's not risky. It's either get a weapon, which we don't care about, or we maybe, like, transform a mantis shrimp and then hope that it becomes something that's useful for us, even though the odds of it are low. The counterfactuals were not great. Okay, see, that's very interesting, man. I don't think we run it, but a second lighter is very interesting. I think you have to try the dragon. We have a burn build. Maybe we lose, but you have to try it. I mean, when you use a medium item, one of your burn items gains 10 burn. It would be incredible. It would be unbelievable. And it would get us to level 10, which level 10 would allow us to get a heavy enchantment on volcanic vents, hopefully, or a heavy enchantment on darkwater anglerfish. I don't know which one would would be the best for us. The dragon didn't do anything, so I'm glad we were not too scared there.
It's over already. We barely got our flags up.
When you burn, charge this 2 seconds. We can create like a super shield.
This is how you win a war.
Enchant an item with haste. Haste is not bad, because like our items going off more often is just good for us. But I'm trying to think of what, I mean, you're already enchanted. You don't go off fast enough. I almost feel like you don't go off fast enough either. Well, then what? That nothing changes there. I need to go to Bazaar. I'm sorry. I know we were playing holistically. I need to see what happens if you get hasted dock lines. Does it haste multiple items? Haste 2 items for 1 second? I'm gonna do it. Just the thing is, well, let me take a quick peek first at volcanic vents. Haste 2 items for 2 seconds, 3 times. Okay, that definitely does seem better, but I think haste is like, it's too good to just turn up your nose at. We got a lot of momentum now. Like, we're able to fight as many enemies as possible. We actually have money to spend on shops. I don't think we want anything here, but... Actually, we do Thick Hide. Is this the first time Thick Hide would actually be insane for us? Holy cow, when you slow charge an item 1 second. I feel like we could be putting out a lot more burn, too. I'm not optimistic about getting to 7, to be honest with you. I'm very optimistic about getting to 4, because we already got there. But 7 seems tricky. 'Tis but a scratch. Interesting. 'Tis but a scratch. Lots of prestige, lots of wins. Who knows, man? I mean, dualies are scary. You don't want to see bugs, you don't want to see drill. I thought that would be a drill. They're a haste and burn build. You get scaled by damage, no, you charge up. Okay. Feel like our engine is going off way too slow. Do you have... Oh, they have... That's not even... It's not an apples to apples comparison, bro. They have bonk. They have bonk. I was like, my engine's not going. That 1 second makes a huge difference. I'm not saying they wouldn't have won. I'm just saying, like, I can't be like, we have to blow up the whole build because of that. Because we, like, the bonk screws the whole thing up for us. First time you use an item, haste an aquatic for 2 seconds. I can live with that. I can live with that. Let's not worry about 7, okay? Let's worry about 5. There's a joke in there. What, you know, let's not worry about 7. Let's worry about 5. 6 right before 9 gets eaten. Is that... It sounds like a dirty joke. It's not a dirty joke. It's that classic. And then I guess time has come to get you pumping here. Did I really what did I lowered the cooldown on dock lines with that feather. Yeah, that was a long time ago. It's not the time to relitigate that. Bit of a wasted node, but sure. Good combat against a burn enemy. We don't really need lifesteal weapons, so I guess we just go for XP. I never know what this guy has. When you use a large item, haste 2 smalls would actually be fine for us, even though we'd only get 1 hasted out of it. I would also be thrilled to get your items have 12% extra crit chance. I would be okay with that. That wouldn't bother me in the slightest. I would also... What? They were half a second away from dying. That stings, man, because I thought we were doing just fine. Give me 1100 shield. We need the protection before the fight, obviously. And then let me see what we got going here at the item store.
Profit 10.
Sure, I mean, you're always fun, man, but like we got a unified thing going on here.
If that doesn't work out for you,
Please tell me you charge faster. Obviously. Wait, did you get like 1 burn? Am I losing it? Shawnee P. With 5 wins at level 10. Well, one thing's for sure. I feel like we need a skill that gives us regeneration when we apply burn or something, man. Fiery giant ice club. You're going to freeze me, and then you are going to kill me in like 2 hits. Put some burn on him. At least make him hurt. Oh my god, you're gonna freeze me every half second. I've slowed down your items, but like, so what, man? I'm dead! How did you burn and freeze better than me? That's alright, we get another enchantment. Let's just focus on 5, man. Can I say something? Can I be entitled? Heal effects. I just don't see. Unless you heal for 10 times the burn of the Darkwater Anglerfish. It is heal for 10 times the burn, man. Like, we need something to give us a chance to stay alive. But if I may sound a little bit entitled, considering the NPCs that we fought, the loot that we've gotten from them has been very subpar. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I saying, my god, what have I done? This is really funny, man. That's really funny. In 8 seconds, like if I put 3 of you out there, we would have 8 multicasts, I think. So every 8 seconds, we would slow 8 items. As you, in 8 seconds, you would slow 3 items. But I'd have to pull you out too, which is okay. You're not good enough, but it is very funny. Unless I were to pull you, which I don't think I'm willing to do. If I pulled you and you, but then we're applying so much less burn. I think this is a high skills floor and skill ceiling run. And I'm not sure I'm the guy. So I think it's possible that maybe actually Lighthouse isn't that good. What if you were to cut Lighthouse and then run like the gold right there? And just, I mean, we get a chance to run it against some NPCs and see how we're doing, right?
Let's take the tyrant's
Whole kingdom! Let's do it. Let's do it. You and me. Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom. I'm gonna give you the burn, because I don't know how much I'm gonna need the health. I do feel like it's borderline a guarantee that we're gonna crush the octopus. I also feel like it doesn't matter at all what he gives us. In terms of it being useful for us, at least. I don't know, man. We have like one bluster, we have some sound and some fury, and then it like totally falls apart. It's like we're simultaneously not applying enough burn and not applying enough slow. Surely there's got to be something, man. That's, I mean, that's the best thing for us, right? From the perspective of selling it, at least. But we're not going to use it. 85 gold. The XP is the given. Upgrade an item. I really still think it's dock lines, just because there's an aura surrounding diamond dock lines. And then, for the love of God, improve your weapons. I don't have any weapons, bro. I don't have any weapons, man. I don't even have any in the bag. Will Schmidt. What a name. I don't know. I'm happy with this run because we got a lot of items that have the same keywords and work with each other. It just seems like they don't work well enough to overcome the headwinds that they have, just not maybe being all that good to begin with. I need something that does damage. Overcommitted maybe to heavy lighter. But hey, we don't cry yet. We still got a chance, man. We just got to be able to at some point apply some burn. It's happening, kinda. You got a lot of damage on that obsidian runic blade. Oh no! It's doing 10,000. It's doing 40,000 damage. I don't blame the enemies for this one. I think we overcommitted and stuck with the build that didn't work, but that's okay because we had fun. Could we have maybe eked out 3 more wins if we'd run Elemental Depth Charge? Yeah, probably. But what do you want in life, man? 7 wins or a little bit of fun? Tomorrow I want 7 wins. Today I took the fun. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button if you did, and I'll see you next time. Later.